Well, good evening again. It has become my task to kind of corral us after dinner with a patriotic tune. So as the chaplain prayed earlier, I'm just going to sing a little prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Bronko Nagurski Trophy Awards Banquet, presented by Sentinel Risk Advisors and Springs Creative. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to begin tonight by introducing our Master of Ceremonies, color commentator for the Carolina Panthers, Jim Szoke. Jim has been a Panthers radio and television broadcaster since the franchise began in 1995. For the past 28 years, Jim has been sports director of Radio 1 Charlotte, where he's also the morning sports anchor. Jim is the best-known voice in sports in the Carolinas, having covered both national and regional college football and basketball games, in addition to his Panthers duties. We're thrilled to have him back this year as our Master of Ceremonies. Please give a warm welcome to our MC for the evening, Mr. Jim Szoke.
How y'all doing? Ready? Finish your wine, and we'll get going here as well. Another year of the Bronko Nagurski Awards. I'm excited to be invited back. My second year of emceeing this event. And yes, I'm wearing the same suit as last year. I hope that's okay. I think many of you are as well. Different pocket square. Changed everything, though, by the way. Have you been watching the, speaking of college football, the transfer portal today? Crazy, right? Unpredictable. Hard to believe what's going on. Surprising in college football. All year, all the changes, different teams, except Georgia. I did that for Riley Fields. Maybe somebody will knock him off in this year's college football playoff. How many of you were here last year for this award ceremony? And we remember we had Shane Beamer. Any South Carolina fans here? Another great year. They're 8-4, headed to a bowl game against Notre Dame, and he was in the Duke's Mayo Bowl last year. This year, going for their 9th win, NC State. We got Wolfpack folks here. Coach Dave Doeren is here. I would advise him to call Coach Shane Beamer about the post-game celebration when you win, that bucket of mayo thing. Might want to go ball cap on that afterwards, because that's a little nasty. I was at the ACC championship game. Anybody go to that at Bank of America Stadium, Clemson, North Carolina? My wife's a Tar Heel. Did not have a good time. Hey, Clemson, you guys, great strategy. Hiding your starting quarterback till that late in the season was a brilliant. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off. And it did. It did pay off. And the Tar Heels, North Carolina, where are you? You out there? You guys, great journalism program, really. I mean, usually I have more to say this time of year about them, but just, that's it. All right, so, hey, we're here for a big awards tonight. Charlotte Touchdown Club, thanks for having me back. Don't they do a great job, Charlotte Touchdown Club, and everybody involved with this? It's beautiful. Look how big this is. And they continue to host one of the top college football award shows in this country, as you know. Major supporter of student athletes in local high schools across the Carolinas now for more than 30 years. Their contribution to local and regional athletic programs would not be possible without our sponsors that we want to thank that are here, the presenting sponsors for the Bronko Nagurski Award, Sentinel Risk Advisors. You can clap for yourselves. There they are. Red Vest, you can easily notify them. And also Springs Creative, thank you guys, Springs Creative. Right up front, as you should be. Their partnership and contribution to the Charlotte Touchdown Club helps to further enable the club to assist student athletes and athletic programs across Charlotte and all of North Carolina. So we appreciate you both very greatly here. And we are thrilled to also welcome back Capital Group of companies. Where's Capital Group? Also over here. They are the sponsors of our Defender of the Nation Award. Our allegiance to defense goes beyond the football field, and the award that honors a defensive player from one of the military's 9 academies and institutions based on leadership excellence on and off the field. And a huge thank you to Mr. Jim Hertwig for his many years of support. Jim Hertwig, we thank you. Many years supporter of the Touchdown Club and the Bronko Nagurski Legends Award. Charlotte Touchdown Club is also grateful for all of its members and especially their sponsor team. You see the 70 company names rotating up on these video screens. As always, we thank all of you, all 70 of you, for your support as well. A couple of things that direct you, affecting you as human beings at this event. Parking. We all know about parking, right? So in the middle of your table, there are vouchers for your parking on the way out. So that will help you if you're in the NASCAR Hall of Fame parking deck. They are in the middle, like where the helmets are, right up there as well. So everybody's won something. You've all won free parking. Congratulations. All right. You get one, you get one, you get one. And also, and you can look at this later, but on your programs on the back, there is a logo sticker for this 28th anniversary event. The one at each table on the back of your program is the winner of the helmet centerpiece that is signed on your table as well. So one of you at each table has that. So you've all won free parking, but only one of you has won the helmet. Congratulations. Who won at each table? I always want to see who won their table. Yes. Congratulations. And if you've got a child at your table, give it to the kid. Also, John Rocco said you can take the table sign with your number, so one of you could take the table sign. Yeah. As a souvenir, you can take the table sign. Please do not take the tablecloth or any chairs or any human beings that you did not drive here with. Leave those. All right, that's all I got for you on that part. Tonight, the Charlotte Touchdown Club is thrilled to announce a few of the potential speakers for next year's Luncheon Speaker Series. Among those scheduled, hopeful to participate, Derek Jeter, the former Yankee great. Got some Yankee fans here? All right. Tony Dungy, the Hall of Famer. You see him on NBC every week. Great Tony Dungy. and NFL legend Drew Brees, who did not get struck by lightning a couple days ago. I don't know what that was about. And of course, the Carolina Panthers kickoff luncheon. All right, and not only do we get to announce who's going to win the Bronko Nagurski Award tonight, but we're also presenting the Defender of the Nation Award. Dax Hollifield is here for that. A true football legend who will be announced as our Legends winner this year, Hugh Green from the Pitt Panthers, is here tonight. And as you may know and already have heard, privileged to have NC State head football coach Dave Doeren as our keynote speaker here tonight as well. Thank you, Coach, for being here. And I paid for 2 kids to go to NC State, so I want to hear a lot of good stuff about the Wolfpack. Each year we pay tribute to the namesake of the trophy presentation, Bronko Nagurski. Bronko, a fierce competitor who exemplified strength, grit, honor, and a passion for football. He was a champion, widely regarded as one of the best ever to play the game. Take a look at the great Bronko Nagurski.
Some say he was the best there ever was. Bronko Nagurski dragged the NFL out of the back alleys and into the American consciousness. He was an enormous man, standing 6'3" and weighing 235 pounds. He was signed as a fullback. Bronko usually stayed on the field for an entire game, punishing everyone in his path, from end zone to end zone, sideline to sideline. Contact with him was dangerous. New York Giants head coach Steve Owens said of Nagurski, the only way to stop him is shoot him before he leaves the clubhouse. After 8 seasons in the NFL, Nagurski retired from football in 1937 and stepped into the world of pro wrestling. Wrestling was quite popular then. Everyone wanted to see Bronko because he had so much notoriety. He did not disappoint, just as he had not in the NFL. Nagurski overwhelmed the wrestling world. He owned the belt title in 1937, 39, and 41. In today's NFL, the draft is an important part of shaping the fortunes of teams. In 1943, the NFL was dealing with a different kind of draft. The World War II military draft had depleted the Chicago Bears roster. Even the Bears owner, George Halas, was at war. He sent a telegram from his post with the 7th Fleet that said, signed Bronko Nagurski. Everyone knew Nagurski hadn't played in the league in 6 years. They knew his legs were dead. He'd gained weight.
As the football season went on, the Army kept drafting, football players. They came to the point where they drafted all our fullbacks so that the Bears were out of fullbacks. And we were getting at the end of the season, and we had a chance for the title. Some of my teammates, they suggested to move me back, that I could still cut the buck at fullback.
So the Bears put him at tackle, where he was very, very effective. But in the final regular season game of 1943, Bronko was tapped to carry the football for the first time in 6 years. The Bears were down 24-14 going into the 4th quarter. Nagurski was an older man by now, but he came off the bench and led the Bears to 2 touchdowns, getting them into the league championship game. Chicago would go on to win the 1943 NFL Championship, the 3rd title in Bronko's great career. 20 years later, Bronko Nagurski was selected to be a charter member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He called it the most thrilling moment of his life. Bronko's athleticism was unmatched, and his competitive spirit dominated the game.
Man, don't you love those old football videos? I was at most of those games. They were really good. The 4 finalists for the Bronko Nagurski Award, they all encompass all of the characteristics that made Bronko Nagurski a standout player, and they're the reasons they represent the very best in college football. And just one will be added to that list of distinguished athletes who won this prestigious award in the past. And throughout the evening, we'll introduce you to all 4 of them to get a glimpse of why each finalist is deserving of their nomination. So let's do the first of the 4 right now. If you were here last year, you saw him win the Bronko Nagurski Award from the University of Alabama, Will Anderson, Jr.
Junior linebacker Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama is our first finalist for the 2022 Bronko Nagurski Trophy. One of the nation's most feared defenders and the reigning Nagurski Trophy winner, Will Anderson Jr. ranks 2nd on Alabama's career sacks list with 32.5, trailing only Derek Thomas. Ranked in the top 10 in the nation in tackles for loss, Anderson Jr. has really made his presence known to opposing offenses. In his 3rd season with the Crimson Tide, Anderson Jr. is an anchor of the Tide defense. This three-year starter has been named SEC Defensive Player of the Week as many as 5 times during his Alabama career. He's in the running for several postseason awards. Will's speed and athleticism allow him to get to the quarterback quickly, resulting in a team-high number of quarterback pressures. Will Anderson Jr. is one of the most accomplished players in Alabama history. He's racked up over 100 career tackles. He's been part of nearly 40 victories as a member of the Crimson Tide, plus a national championship, an SEC championship, and multiple individual accolades, including finishing in the top 5 of Heisman voting in 2021. Will Anderson Jr. will go down in history as an all-time great at the University of Alabama.
You always have favorite players, but Will is a coach's dream. You know, he practices hard, he's a great leader, he's a great competitor. He's old school when it comes to doing things right, how he treats people, how he impacts and affects other people. And he's a great player on top of that. A great player that has a great future in this game. So I can't say enough good things about this guy's character, the kind of person he is, and the kind of player he is.
From the University of Alabama, Will Anderson Jr.
Awesome. If Nick Saban likes you, you know you're good. Today, our finalists, along with Hugh Green and Dax Hollifield, got a chance to contribute to a mission that the Charlotte Touchdown Club gives back to the local community. The players spoke to several hundred area high school athletes and coaches. The Touchdown Club hosted its annual high school leadership forum. It was just this morning. The event was sponsored by Novant Health Sports Medicine, Carolina Fitness Equipment, Architect Sports and Physical Therapy. Over 300 student athletes and coaches from across the Carolinas were all invited to ask questions of our 4 finalists. They spoke on the topics such as team leadership and their experiences as college athletes. We really appreciate all of our panel guests taking the time to share their wisdom and experiences to mentor these young athletes in the greater Charlotte community. At this time, I'd like to recognize several special guests with whom we have the honor of sharing the evening, and those people are from the University of Pittsburgh, football coach Pat Narduzzi. Yes, coach right there. University of Alabama head coach, special assistant, former Panthers assistant coach Sal Sinceri is here. Sal. From Virginia Tech, coaches Bud Foster and Chris Marv. University of Georgia defensive backs coach Fran Brown is here. Former college head football coach Mike Gottfried. Mike Gottfried is here. 2010 Bronko Nagurski's Legends Award winner from Notre Dame, Mike McCoy, also here tonight. 2012 Bronko Nagurski Legends Award winner from the University of Nebraska, Larry Jacobson is here tonight. 2016 Defender of the Nation Award recipient from West Point, Andrew King. Yes. 2017 Defender of the Nation Award recipient from VMI, Greg Sanders. Football Writers Association of America representative Margaret Mason is here. Margaret. Retired Green Beret Brigadier General Mike Jones is here. Mike. Mr. Jones. Charlotte Mecklenburg's Chief of Police, Johnny Jennings, also here tonight as well. And in addition, we'd like to also recognize and give a special salute, warm welcome to all of our current and former U.S. military heroes, first responders representing here this evening. We thank you all for your service as well tonight. Thank you. Feel free to stand. And we thank you all for your great service to our country. Of course, NC State coach Dave Doeren is here with us as well. And David Ubben, who's the president of the Pro Football Writers Association of America, also here tonight as well. Thank you all. As we mentioned before, the Charlotte Touchdown Club has been doing amazing work for local high school football programs. Since its inception in 1990, Charlotte Touchdown Club has raised and donated more than $3 million for this cause. The partnership with local sponsors and professional sports teams help area schools and their players continue to play the game that they love. And as many of you know, Charlotte and the surrounding areas have produced some incredible high school football players over the years, including many NFL players as well. Year-round, high school athletes work to improve themselves, both on and off the field. Their pursuit of excellence is a sense of pride for their families and their schools. And tonight we are presenting 5 high school and 1 youth award, recognizing achievement on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. These players who will be called up on stage exemplify the passion, the dedication, and the energy displayed every Friday night on football fields throughout the Charlotte region. So let's get to our first award. That's presented this evening is the Pop Warner Little Panthers Defensive Scholastic Team of the Year. For many, the love of football begins at an early age. Pop Warner Little League Panthers teach the fundamentals of the sport while also encouraging sportsmanship, physical fitness, and academics. Pop Warner International program that strives to make football and cheerleading fun for boys and girls also teaches them that athletics and academics go hand in hand. Participants are taught the importance of teamwork from a young age. Pop Warner football in Mecklenburg County and surrounding counties has grown from 23 teams in 1994 to now 104 teams for this past year. It's currently the largest Pop Warner league in the Mid-South region. Pop Warner Little Panthers Defensive Scholastic Team of the Year is determined by a team's defensive strength and scholastic achievements. This year's winner is the South Charlotte Patriots from the Little Panthers League. I hear they got some pretty good coaches. Luke and Greg and some others. South Charlotte Patriots 11U team currently has a record of 8-1. They have scored 208 points, and they've given up 6 points. I think Luke is coaching the defense. That's over 8 games. On November 1st, the Patriots won their city championship against the Powell Panthers, and then on November 19th, Patriots won the Mid-South D2 Regional Championship against the North Raleigh Bulldogs. Patriots are currently in Orlando as they'll play in the Pop Warner Super Bowl. What? Let's all go. Let's all go support them. Let's watch this video, see if they can bring home a championship. These are the Little Panthers.
There they come out of the Panthers inflatable, the South Charlotte Patriots.
I'm sorry, those are grown men in little boys' bodies. There's no way they're hitting that hard out there. That's amazing. Good, congratulations. Hope they win in Orlando in their Super Bowl. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and Publix Supermarkets, congratulations to this year's winner, the South Charlotte Patriots. Representing the Patriots, South Charlotte League Commissioner Derek Exo, and joining us on stage to present the award from Publix, Director of Community Relations, Kim Reynolds. Let's welcome them to the stage. That's bigger than the kids. Derek says there's multiple games, so everyone won one of their games down in Orlando as we speak. Congratulations, Kim and Derek. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our second finalist now for the Bronko Nagurski Award, a junior defensive tackle from the University of Pittsburgh, Kalijah Cansey.
Our second Bronko Nagurski Award finalist is a junior defensive tackle from the University of Pittsburgh, Kalijah Cansey. Kalijah Cansey can be described as a spark plug on the D-line for the Pitt Panther defense because of his quickness and athleticism. Kalijah uses his speed, explosiveness, and toughness to wreak havoc on opposing offensive lines. much like former Pitt Panther and Bronko Nagurski Award winner Aaron Donald. Kalijah's play has been a major reason why Pittsburgh leads the ACC in sacks for the second straight year. If Kalijah's not bringing the quarterback down, then you usually will find him using his speed to pressure the quarterback from sideline to sideline. With 14 tackles for loss through 10 games, Kalijah not only leads the ACC, but is in the top 10 nationwide. Kalijah has led the Panthers in sacks multiple times during the 2022 season. In 2021, Pittsburgh won the ACC championship. Kalijah played a major role in leading his defense during that championship season. This year, ESPN has named Kalijah a mid-season first-team All-American due to his performance on the field. Only 2 players at Kalijah's position have been given this accolade in the entire country.
He was born with some great athletic ability. He is so twitchy, and again, he's been good all year. I told you he was he was the MVP for the North Carolina game for North Carolina's victory when he went out. I mean, he's been like that all year. Whether he gets tackled, held, he's hard to block. He's a D tackle number 1, without a question. Unfortunately, I didn't get to Coach Aaron Donald, but he's one of those guys. I think everybody thinks they got an Aaron Donald, but that guy truly is one of those guys that's hard to block.
From the University of Pittsburgh, Kalijah Cansey.
As we said, Coach Narduzzi right here tonight as well as part of our event. Back to our local awards. Our next is for the High School Coach of the Year. This award created to honor a local high school coach who demonstrates character, integrity, sportsmanship, and excellence both on and off the field. It's my pleasure to announce the winner of this year's High School Coach of the Year award, Greg Jackham from Ardrey-Kell High School in the Ballantyne area. Greg Jackham, in his 17th season there, 4th year as head football coach, teaches physical education at Ardrey-Kell. Coach Jackham's emphasis on trust and family has become the cornerstone of the Ardrey-Kell football team culture. His outstanding leadership has allowed the team to achieve conference championships every year that he's been the head coach. Jackham not only holds his players to high standards on the field, but also off the field as well. Every player, JV or varsity, has an academic and behavioral management plan which Coach Jackham monitors on a weekly basis. Jackham's longevity and success at Ardrey-Kell speaks volumes about his character, integrity, and loyalty to our Charlotte community. It's with great pleasure that we present the Charlotte Touchdown Club and First National Bank presentation to Greg Jackham as High School Coach of the Year. Joining us on stage to present this is First National Bank Charlotte Regional President Brad Jones. Now, I didn't have a vote, but he was a coach for 3 of our boys at Ardrey-Kell High School, so I can vouch Greg Jackham first rate. Our next award this evening is High School Leadership Award, sponsored by the Carolina Panthers. This is an award created to honor a high school senior who demonstrates exceptional leadership qualities on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. The Carolina Panthers are thrilled to be able to present this award to Jordan Knox. He's an offensive tackle at Northwestern High School. You can clap. You can always clap. I'm not going to stop you from clapping, by the way. If you just want to shout and clap, we'll wait. We'll let it happen. Jordan has proven to be a leader as a team captain this year. Not only do Jordan's athletic accomplishments deserve respect, but his overall demeanor solidifies his role as a leader on and off the field. Knox is described as a gentle giant, 6'4", 310 pounds. You know him when you see him. He commands the attention of all students. He puts team goals before his own. He has a positive but intentional communication skill on and off the field. He takes the lead in many classroom projects and is a peer tutor. Knox also uses his free time to volunteer in local elementary schools, enjoying to read to young students. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and the Carolina Panthers, congratulations to Jordan. Joining us from the Carolina Panthers, Director of Community Relations, Riley Field, to present the award. I don't mean to, but when they get home, I'm literally photobombing every picture they take up here, so I feel like a part of all of them. The Luke Kuechly High School Defensive Player of the Year Award is sponsored by Loan Depot and awarded to the athlete who has performed at a high level and excelled defensively on the high school football field this season. Named in the honor of Luke, it's the Bronko Nagurski Trophy Award winner in 2011 as Luke played at Boston College, as you know, was named the NFL Rookie Defensive Player of the Year in 2012, the NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. He led the league in tackles in 2013 and 2014. Proud to award this year's winner, David Hobbs, a defensive end from J.M. Robinson High School. David, a varsity player. Since his sophomore year, he's been on the varsity. He's been racking up tackles, sacks, and tackles for loss ever since. Currently, in Hobbs' senior year through week 8, he's got 39 tackles, 20.5 tackles for loss, 8 quarterback sacks. I got college coaches writing notes as I'm talking over here. David exhibits the leadership on and off the gridiron. He's involved in student council, athletic management in school, volunteers with the Special Olympics all in his free time. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and Loan Depot, proud to present the Defensive Player of the Year to David Hobbs. Joining us from Loan Depot, Mark McDonald, to present this award. I don't think they would have seen me in that one with Dave in there, so I don't know where I was going. Let's take a look at our third finalist for the Bronko Nagurski Award. Senior safety from the University of Georgia, Chris Smith.
From the University of Georgia, our third finalist this year is senior safety Chris Smith. This high school corner turned Georgia safety has a skill set that makes him a Swiss Army knife on the field. Chris operates with a very high football IQ, making him an ideal leader in the secondary. Due to his experience at both positions, Chris has the versatility to be used in multiple capacities for the top defense in the SEC. Chris played a major role on the 2021 Georgia team that went on to win a national championship. Last September, in Georgia's opener against Clemson, Chris returned a 74-yard game-winning interception right down the street at Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Georgia has had perhaps the most dominant defense in college football over the past 2 seasons. Chris's ability to anchor the Bulldogs secondary Saturday after Saturday is a major reason why Georgia ranks among the best in the country in categories like scoring defense, yards allowed per game, passing defense, and opponent red zone conversions. Chris has earned SEC Player of the Week honors twice this year after dominating Oregon and Florida. Mr. Smith will surely play a major role in the Dogs' pursuit of back-to-back national titles.
I'm here to talk about Chris Smith, who's up for the Bronko Nagurski Trophy. And I've had the great fortune in my career of coaching some really good defensive players who've been up for this award. And Chris is just like those guys that have been there before, tremendously talented, prideful, physical, athletic, and fast. He's been a key ingredient to our secondary for really 3 and 4 years now. He's a guy who came up as a corner, was able to develop as a safety, great open field tackler, great instincts, has made a lot of big plays for our defense for really 3 years. And what a tremendous job Chris has done as a leader as well. So I know he's honored to be there as a Nagurski finalist, and we know he's going to represent the University of Georgia the right way. Thank you, and go Dogs.
From the University of Georgia, Chris Smith.
Woo. Georgia, good at football. Our next award is the High School Comeback Player of the Year Award, named after a former Georgia Bulldog, Thomas Davis, former Carolina Panthers great linebacker. TD with the Panthers for 13 seasons, first NFL player to return from 3 reconstructive surgeries to the same knee. His hard work and determination a big part of his success in the game as he played 16 NFL seasons before retiring in 2020. The High School Comeback Player of the Year Award is sponsored by Novant Health Sports Medicine, and given to a player who has overcome a medical adversity to return to the playing field as a productive player and team leader. For his determination in overcoming medical adversity, this year's winner is Anthony Owens, a cornerback from William A. Huff High School. Let me tell you about Anthony. A month after moving from Georgia to North Carolina last year, Anthony fell seriously ill. He was rushed to the hospital as he has had extreme difficulty in breathing at that time. In the emergency room, it was discovered his heart was only functioning at 50% capacity. Eventually, it was determined that Anthony had an extremely rare condition associated with COVID-19 in which different parts of the body become severely inflamed. Doctors were actually worried that he may not survive that. Anthony was in pediatric intensive care for 2 weeks, eventually given a heart monitor. By mid-January of this year, he was cleared to work out. At one point in his recovery, Owens thought he might never get to play football again, and he's truly grateful for the opportunity to continue to participate in the game that he loves. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and Novant Health Sports Medicine, it's my honor to present the Thomas Davis High School Comeback Player of the Year Award to Anthony Owens. And joining us from Novant Health Sports Medicine, Dr. Peyton Fennell. Love that. What a great story. Our next award of the evening is the High School Student Athlete of the Year Award, sponsored by Bay Hackle Sports. This award is given to a senior football player who has excelled on the field and in the areas of scholarship, sportsmanship, citizenship, and leadership. All the ships. The winner of the High School Award, Student Athlete of the Year, is selected from over 80 area high schools. This year's recipient is Sean Boyle, quarterback from Charlotte Catholic High School. Yes, clap. Sean is the offensive team captain of this year's Charlotte Catholic football team. He's been on the varsity since his sophomore year, helping the team to win 2 state championships in 2019 and 2020. In 2020, he was honored with the State Football Championship MVP Award. Sean is also a stellar student, inducted into the National Honor Society in the spring of this past year. He's been on the honor roll each semester for the past 3 years. Sean is active in his community. He started the St. Gabriel Catholic School Football Club, teaching students football fundamentals and skills. During the holiday season, he participates as an Operation Christmas Child volunteer. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and Bay Hackle Sports, my privilege to present the Student Athlete of the Year Award to Sean Boyle. And to present the award from Bay Hackle Sports, you know him, former Georgia Southern star, former big TV sportscaster all the time, every day, the D-man Delano Little, to bring that up. All right. All right, truly amazing young people in our community. And again, tonight we're also honored to present the Michael A. Kahn Community Service Scholastic Scholarship Award, courtesy of the Michael A. Kahn Family Foundation. And over the past 6 years, in conjunction with the Charlotte Touchdown Club, the Kahn Family Foundation has generously provided over $300,000 in scholarships to student athletes. This award allows students an opportunity they may not otherwise have to even be able to attend college. Thank you on behalf of all past and future recipients of this award. And not only are we here to celebrate athletic greatness tonight, but also to recognize local high school students on their excellence away from the field as well. Football and sports in general provide an opportunity for student athletes to learn life lessons in leadership, sportsmanship, and character. The recipient of this scholarship, which awards $10,000 per year for higher education, must demonstrate an extraordinary dedication to excellence on the playing field, but also in the classroom. Additionally, they have to show selflessness in contributions to the community through their service. This year's Michael A. Kahn Community Service Scholastic Scholarship goes to Joshua Crowder, defensive end from South Point High School. Joshua is an example of fair play and self-sacrifice for the good of his team. He's been on the varsity for 3 years and is a strong leader, evident through him being selected varsity captain and being part of the SWAG football leadership team. SWAG is Spring Winter Accountability Group, different kind of swag. Joshua has been a leader on the field. He's got both kinds of swag, though. Eagle Scout, which took many years of leadership and community service to achieve. For his final requirement to become an Eagle Scout, he had to plan and finish an Eagle project, which involved completing a portion of a large-scale community park renovation. Joshua has also shown excellence in the classroom by receiving an AP Scholar Award. He's a nominee for the Moorhead Kane Scholarship, which is a full scholarship to UNC Chapel Hill. He's a member of the National Honor Society, Beta Club, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club and the Michael A. Kahn Family Foundation, my privilege to present the Michael A. Kahn Award to Joshua Crowder, and from the Michael A. Kahn Family Foundation, Senior Vice President of the Charlotte Checkers, Sean Lynch, to present the award. All right, congratulations. The Charlotte Touchdown Club also presents awards to local collegiate players, all of whom are in attendance tonight. I'd like to ask all of our local college scholarship recipients to join me here on stage right now. And we have 6 of them in all. From Catawba College, Calvin Stevens is here tonight. Representing Davidson College, Kadon Jenkins is here tonight as well. From Gardner-Webb University, Trey Dunson. From Johnson C. Smith University, Tyrell Jackson. Representing the Charlotte 49ers, Chris Reynolds. And from Wingate University, Marquise Fleming. Congratulations to each of you, and you can find out more about each of these outstanding young men in your program that you have there. Let's give all of our local college and high school winners a big round of applause. All right, let's meet our 4th and our final nominee for the Bronko Nagurski Award, a junior defensive end from Southern Cal, Tuli Polotu.
Our 4th and final candidate for this year's Bronko Nagurski Trophy is junior defensive end from the University of Southern California, Tuli Polotu. At the heart of the Trojan defense is USC's 2021 Defensive Lineman of the Year, Tuli Polotu. He inspires his entire team with a strong work ethic and offers plenty of leadership. He's helped guide the Trojans to a remarkable season. This junior defensive end from USC can do it all. His combination of speed and power gives Tuli Polotu an advantage over offenses that alters the outcome of games. Tuli's skill set contains a repertoire of disruptive pass rushing moves that wreak havoc at the line of scrimmage. Tuli Polotu leads the Pac-12 in sacks. He has 11.5 so far on the year. On a national level, Tuli is 1st in the country in sacks and 3rd in the country in tackles for loss per game. This week-to-week domination has given Tuli Polotu Pac-12 Defensive Lineman of the Week honors 3 times. He's been Overall Player of the Week twice. On November 11th against the University of Colorado, Tuli Polotu racked up 3.5 tackles, 2.5 for loss, and 2.5 sacks, as the Trojans went on to win 55-17. We're honored to have Tuli with us here tonight in Charlotte. There's no one else on USC's roster this year who has displayed Tuli Polotu's versatility and ability to be a playmaker. His career with the Trojans and his future in the NFL truly should have no limitations.
This is head coach Lincoln Riley for the USC Trojans, here to visit about Tuli Polotu and why we think he's so deserving of this fantastic award. Tuli's been a game changer for us here in year 1, taking over a program that had had some recent struggles, and he's been a tremendous leader, both kind of on the field, off the field, for us from day one. He's of all the really good players I've had a chance to coach, he's one of the most consistent competitors and consistent players that I've ever been around. His work ethic, his habits, his life off the field, his academics, everything matches up, and then you get maximum effort from this guy every single day, and that's why he's been the leader he has. That's why he's been the kind of player that he has. You've seen the consistent production across the year. He plays at a high level every single game, and we ask him to do so many things on that defensive line, and to be able to lead the country in sacks and be one of the top players in the country in terms of tackles for loss is one thing, but to help turn around a program that was struggling and lead that team to a terrific season is a whole nother. So we think he's certainly one of the best. We wouldn't be here without him, and think he's very deserving of this award.
From the University of Southern California, Tuli Tuipulotu.
Absolutely. Those are your 4 finalists. Tuli, by the way, wins the award for coming the longest distance and also for having the funnest name to pronounce. I really like that name. I'll use that. Coming all the way to us next, after we watch a quick video here about the man, our keynote speaker for the night from Raleigh, as you may know, is where NC State University is. Before he walks on stage, take a look here at the head coach of the Wolfpack, Dave Doeren.
When North Carolina State was looking for a new coach who would make a lasting impression on the football program for the Wolfpack, they knew the only man for the job was Dave Doeren. Doeren had a quick and major impact on the Pack. After 2 years at the helm, Doeren achieved a winning record, one of the quickest turnarounds in NC State's history. Doeren attended Drake University, where he was a tight end for the Bulldogs. He got his degree and began coaching at Shawnee Mission High School in Kansas. But a year later, he went back to his alma mater as the linebacker coach and eventually defensive coordinator. Doeren later went on to coach at Northern Illinois, Wisconsin, Montana, and Kansas. Every program Dave Doeren has worked with has improved. That is shown by the many winning seasons each program has generated. Doeren has created an unwavering mentality for the Wolfpack football program. He values hardworking players who are willing to put team before self. The culture Doeren has created at NC State has paid off on the field. He's led his team to an impressive 64 victories and 7 bowl games. 21 of Doeren's former players at NC State have been drafted into the NFL. Dave Doeren has made sure his athletes are leaders on and off the field. He creates teams that are willing to put in the hard work and dedication it takes to win games. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to our keynote speaker for the 2022 Bronko Nagurski Awards Banquet, NC State Wolfpack head coach Dave Doeren.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. Wolfpack in the house. We got anybody here? Yeah. I'm sure I got booed by a couple people that wear blue. That's okay. It's okay. Some people got to pay their tuition too. Well, welcome, and it's an honor, and I'm truly blessed to be here tonight. The Bronko Nagurski Award is, as you know, given annually to the nation's best defensive player, and you just watched the video of Bronko. No face mask. I mean, that guy's a baller. I mean, you guys saw him, no face mask. That chin could kill people. I mean, that guy's tough. And I came here, I guess it was 2017 for the first time with one of our players, Bradley Chubb, that ended up winning the award that night, and I was blown away. I was blown away, by the event. And we have another former player, LeVar Fisher, who also won the award in 2000. And so just, being here and seeing it from the seats and being a part of the celebration with Bradley after he won, full circle now to be up here talking in front of the room. It means a lot. So John Rocco from the Charlotte Touchdown Club, Jim Holmes, I really appreciate the opportunity. Don't take it lightly. This is a really busy time for us coaches. As you know, the transfer portal did open. Contact recruiting opened. We're getting ready for bowl games. We have young men on our campuses that are trying to finish their final exams. Some of them are trying to decide if they're going pro or coming back. There's a bunch of high school student athletes, junior college student athletes we're recruiting, and all that's going on in a 3-week window here, and so it's a lot. But there's no place I'd rather be than here. I say that. I told my wife I had to come to this tonight. She wanted to put me in the husband portal, and she's not happy I'm here, but, you know, she gets it. Before I go any further, you know, one of the really special parts of living in this state is the military presence that we have. And for the men and women here that are in uniform, I just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to live in the country that we live in. Maybe one of the most special evenings of the year at NC State is our military appreciation game. If you haven't been to that, I highly recommend you coming. But, you know, we have tremendous support in the flyovers and the national, the way the flag at halftime that covers the field from corner to corner. It's really a special evening. And before I go any further, I want to make sure I give a shout out to Derek Wittenberg, who's up here in the front row. If you guys don't know Derek, NC State, the best. And so before I get into this a little further, just want to give a little backdrop. We're in Charlotte, which is a special city, very special city, and thankful that we're actually going to be playing in the bowl game here on December 30th against the University of Maryland. Excited to be back and opportunity to play in Carolina Panthers Stadium, who drafted our left tackle last year as the first offensive player taken in the NFL draft, Ike Iguanu, who's hasn't given up a sack since the first week of the season. He's having a great rookie season. Really proud of him. And we have 16 players currently on our team from Charlotte, and have had a number of them go to the NFL over the years from local high schools, with Icky at Providence Day, and Jalen Samuels from Mallard Creek, Garrett Bradbury, who's a Remington Award winner from Charlotte Christian, Emeka Emezi from Marvin Ridge, and Mike Stevens from Davidson Day. All players that we had that went on to play professional football. So excited to be here tonight in such a great city. And this award to me is really special because I was a defensive coach until I was a head coach, and as a DB coach at various institutions, and a linebacker coach and a defensive coordinator, I've been really lucky to be around some really good players, and with the 4 best in the country tonight, and have a little history at some of the schools. But one of the first players that I was a part of at the Division I level was Troy Polamalu from Southern Cal, and had the great privilege of coaching him and being in his life and being a part of USC. And then to be with Aqib Talib, a corner at Kansas, who's one of the greatest corners maybe to ever play professional football, and J.J. Watt at the University of Wisconsin was a part of our defense there, and Jimmy Ward at Northern Illinois, who's team captain and one of the great players in the NFL right now for the 49ers, and then Bradley Chubb, who's having a career himself. I don't say that to brag. I say that because I've been lucky to be around great defensive players, and tonight it's a privilege of mine to be in the company of the 4 finalists. You guys are incredible, and it's a blessing to be here with you guys tonight. It's a true honor. I mean that. You know, as a program, we had a season that started out with a lot of expectations. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that I was going to have 8 wins and play 4 different quarterbacks as starters, I would have said, what? I guess I'll take that. It's never happened in Division I football, and we did that this year, unfortunately. But we had some crazy things happen on our team, and to win 8 games with 4 different starting quarterbacks, we're very proud of these guys. Our defense finished number 1 in scoring defense in the conference and led the conference in interceptions. And we finished undefeated in our state here with 3 wins over in-state rivals, which means a lot to our program. Thank you. And I'm proud to be here. You know, 10 years ago, they showed that picture of me. You saw how young I looked 10 years ago. Yeah, football is dog years, just so y'all know as coaches. So I've been at State 10 years. It's the equivalent to 70 years of life. And Pat, you know what I'm talking about. Tonight, this week, this next week might be equivalent to 1 year, what we're going to go through. But yeah, I'm the 10th longest tenured head coach in the country right now and second in school history, and that's the nature of what we do. And I'm truly blessed to have been at a school that's allowed me to send all three of my sons all the way through school and have one left that's got 1 year left. So I give the glory to God for that. I'm very fortunate to have had that opportunity as a father. And tonight I get to be with these guys, and I didn't know I was also going to be here with Dax Holyfield, Shelby, North Carolina native, and congratulations, Dax, on what you won as the Defender of the Nation. I think that's incredible, and had an opportunity to be around Dax and his brother in recruiting, and then to meet legend Hugh Green. That was awesome sitting up there with you out there for an hour. But now to get into the finalists while we're really here, and just a few things. My NFL team growing up, I'm a Kansas native. I went in Kansas City Chiefs were my team. Derek Thomas was my idol. And man, I loved number 58. And to hear that you were second behind him in sacks, Will, where you at? Where is he? I can't see him. I'm going to tell you, that's incredible. 32 and a half sacks, trailing only Derek Thomas. And I went to Will's high school. When I was recruiting a teammate of Will's, we didn't have a chance at Will. It is what it is. But enjoy watching him. I'm a fan. But I went there to recruit. I was at Dutchtown High School recruiting a teammate of his, and he walked in. I was like, man. And it's been fun watching you. And guy that could be the only player in the history of this award to win it twice. You know, and then Chris Smith from Georgia. Watching your defense is fun, Chris. I mean, it is. For a guy that coached on defense, I enjoy watching you guys play defensively. You're aggressive, you're tough. You guys pressure quarterbacks, you give a lot of looks, you play with energy. It's a lot of fun to watch, and congratulations on staying number one, and good luck to you guys in the finish. Kalijah Cansey from Pitt, a unique deal. My college teammate, best friend, Charlie Partridge, is the defensive line coach at Pitt, and I think he's one of the best defensive line coaches in college football, and he's a great man. And he has what he calls the D-line gospel, which is a set of commandments you have to memorize as a player. And when I went up to him and asked him, it was like that. He knew it inside and out. And I know that you've been with a great man, too. And so congratulations on all the things that you've done and who you've got to do them with. And lastly, Thule, lead the nation in sacks and help turn around a program with so much tradition and history is incredible. So let's hear it for these four finalists tonight. Congratulations on the career and the legacy. And it's one thing I tell our players about. We all have a date that we're born. We all have a date that we're going to pass and move forward. We all have a dash in the middle. And that dash is the life that we live and the people that we live it with, the people that we love, and the legacy that we leave behind. And for you guys, your jerseys, whoever has to put that jersey on next and wear that jersey number, you've made it very difficult to live up to the standard that you've set. And I congratulate you on that, because to me, that's what your job is as an athlete, is to come in and get your degree and be a great member of that community and raise the bar in the program and make it where the players to come after you have to live up to the reputation that you set for them. And so congratulations on the legacy. Good luck with the rest of your seasons, and good luck tonight. Thank you, guys, and go Pack.
Coach Dave Doeren, what a great job. Thank you, Coach. We've got some big awards to give out, as he was referring to, and the Charlotte Touchdown Club is passionate about their support of our nation's servicemen and women. The Defender of the Nation Award was established to honor those brave men and women and to celebrate our nation's military academies and their many outstanding student athletes. Our recipient was selected from one of our nation's 9 excellent military academies. Institutions include the Air Force Academy, the Citadel, Coast Guard Academy, Naval Academy, Norwich University, Texas A&M, VMI, Virginia Tech, and West Point. The Defender of the Nation Award is based on remarkable leadership qualities on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. The recipient of this award not only meets those criteria, he's a shining example of the best our country has to offer in terms of commitment to our values of freedom, duty, and honor. It's worthy to honor one of America's best, so turn your attention to the screen as we introduce this year's winner, Dax Hollifield.
The 2022 recipient of the Defender of the Nation Award is Dax Hollifield from Virginia Tech. Dax Hollifield has been a wrecking ball across the field for the Hokies defense since 2018. Dax's box scores fill up game after game because of his relentless drive and ability to find the football. Strong hands, sure tackling, and the ability to shed blocks are among the traits you'd find on Dax's scouting report. But his commitment to sportsmanship, character, community, and leadership reveal his full impact on the Hokie football program. Dax's approach and love for the game sets a culture and expectation for Virginia Tech's defense. The strong example Dax exhibits Saturday on the gridiron and then Monday through Friday in the classroom is a great display of student athleticism at the highest level. The Hollifield family hails from Shelby, North Carolina, where Dax suited up for Shelby High School. Dax was a U.S. All-American at Shelby, where he won numerous accolades. From football to nutrition to welding, Dax Hollifield is always full of passion. He represents his country very well. Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Capital Group of Companies, the 2022 Defender of the Nation Award recipient, Dax Hollifield.
Congratulations, Dax Hollifield, linebacker from Virginia Tech, our Defender of the Nation, here to present the award on behalf of Capital Group of Companies and Veterans Bridge Home, Capital Group Companies CEO Robert Shepard.
Don't be scared, Dax. Come up. I never played football. I can't hurt you. Congratulations to a young man who's proven on the field what it means to be a Defender of the Nation. Capital Companies is very proud to be the lead sponsor of this award, and no one better deserves it this year than Dax himself.
Appreciate that.
Say a few words.
Thank you. It's extremely humbling to be here tonight, to be honored with the Defender of the Nation Award. Is a blessing I couldn't be more grateful for. I'd like to thank the Charlotte Touchdown Club and Capital Group for recognizing me in this special way. Thank you to my parents, Jenny and Aubrey Hollifield, for always believing in me, supporting me, encouraging me from a young age. I couldn't have asked for a better set of parents. Thank you to my grandparents, Dale and Diane Hollifield and Jim Reed, that are here tonight. I'd like to thank my coaches at Virginia Tech, Coach Pry, Coach Marv, Coach Foster, and the entire coaching staff. Thank you for pushing me, believing in me, and giving me an opportunity to play college football at the highest level. Thank you to my teammates and to Virginia Tech for providing a platform to do what I love. The Defender of the Nation Award is a symbol of leadership and performance. Virginia Tech's motto is Ut Prosim, that I may serve. I'd like to recognize a special guest here with me tonight who embodies that motto, Haynes Carter. Haynes is a member of the Corps Cadets at Virginia Tech. He was an all-state wide receiver and linebacker at Abingdon High School in Abingdon, Virginia. He was a district and regional player of the year in 2021. Haynes had nearly 10 offers to play football at the next level, but turned those opportunities down in order to enroll in the military program at Virginia Tech. 70% of cadets in the military leader track at Virginia Tech commission as officers in the United States Armed Forces. Haynes has a tremendous sacrifice, a selfless sacrifice, a testament to great character, humility, and leadership. It is an honor and a privilege to have him here with me tonight as I accept the Defender of the Nation Award. Thank you.
Capital companies want to make a few comments. Before I get started, I want to say two things. First of all, it's hard to do something better and better for 28 years, but let's hear it for the Charlotte Touchdown Club once again. And as I look around the audience and see the friends and supporters, and I must say you look fabulous. Thank you for spending your time and your money to be here tonight. Give yourself a round of applause. Second thing I'd like to say is this award is really the heart and soul of our founder and the driving force behind our company's Rick Hughes. Personal events wouldn't allow him to be tonight, so I'm his meager stand-in. I apologize. But when the Touchdown Club came and asked for a personal donation, I don't think they really understood how this award would touch his soul and connect with his personal life. Rick's football career, his coaching career, and his family's long history in the armed services called him to do more than just make a personal donation. He spent his time contacting our clients, a group of what we call patriotic automobile dealers, to sponsor more than just a single donation, but together we plan to make more and more contributions toward the Defender of the Nation Award each year. So Rick only wishes he could be here, and we thank him for all he's done. But we're here really to honor Haynes Carter. As Dax mentioned, he had on-the-field, sports field experience, but he chose to follow a heart that told him a different field needed him. And we'd like to give him this small award, Defender of the Nation Medal, in honor of his decision to serve and protect and defend our nation as a member of the Air Force. So thank you all for welcoming Haynes Carter to the event tonight.
All right, that, folks, is what it is all about, right? Over the past decade, the Charlotte Touchdown Club has recognized football greats with the Bronko Nagurski Legends Award. The award was created to honor the greatest collegiate football defensive players to play the game over the past 40 years. The winners were selected by the Pro Football Writers Association of America. And since its inception, football legends Bubba Smith, Alan Page, Ted Hendricks, Roger Worley, Mike McCoy, Jack Youngblood, Larry Jacobson, Randy Rhino, Randy White, Randy Gradisher, Chet Moeller, Ross Browner, Tom Cousineau, Jerry Robinson, and Johnny Johnson have all been honored with this award. Absolutely clap. That's a great name. What a list. The recipient of this year's award is one of college football's all-time great defensive players. Played at the University of Pittsburgh from 1977 to 1980, where he set multiple school records with 3 consecutive All-American honors. His mere presence could control an entire game, something the pro scouts took notice of. Tampa Bay Buccaneers scouting director Ken Herrick said he was like the MX missile, rotating from the stand-up defensive end to all 4 linebacker positions, waiting for the proper time to explode. They disguised him so he could make plays. They moved him around a lot so other teams came to the line of scrimmage. They say, "Where's Green?" trying to find him. Turn your attention to our screens once again as we introduce from the class of 1980, the great one from Pittsburgh, Hugh Green.
The 2022 recipient of the Bronko Nagurski Legends Award is the University of Pittsburgh's Hugh Green from the class of 1980. Hugh was an amazing player, arguably the most devastating defensive end in collegiate football history. He was one of the most complete packages of speed, quickness, strength, and savvy ever to play in the college game. Hugh Green started every contest but one in his 4-year career at Pitt from 1977 through 1980. What Tony Dorsett meant to Pitt's offense, Hugh Green had that much impact, at least on the defense. He debuted against Notre Dame as a freshman in 1977. Hugh Green serving notice of what would come by racking up 11 tackles, a blocked punt, and 2 sacks against the eventual national champions. His mere presence could control an entire game. Hugh has one speed, full, said Green's head coach Jackie Sherrill in 1980. He's so reckless and so quick, nobody in college football can block him. Not surprisingly, Hugh Green's career coincided with one of the best 4-year periods in Pitt football history. Hugh Green's number 99 Pitt jersey was retired in 1980, the honor coming at halftime of his final home game of 41-23 rout of Louisville.
And just maybe there's a special feeling for All-American Hugh Green, the runner-up in the Heisman balloting, the Lombardi Trophy winner, the Maxwell Award winner, the leader in just about every Pitt defensive category, a 3-time consensus All-American, only the second player in Pitt history to have his jersey retired. Truly, one of the nation's best players.
The jersey of one of the finest defensive players in the history of college football, number 99, Hugh Green.
Hugh was a first-round draft pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1981. He joined the Miami Dolphins in 1985 and would play 11 total seasons in the NFL. Twice, Hugh Green was picked to the Pro Bowl. In 1996, Hugh Green was selected for induction into the College Football Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of the Hertwig Family Foundation, the 2022 Bronko Nagurski Legends Award recipient is Hugh Green.
And representing the Hertwig Family Foundation, here to present the 2022 Legends Award to Hugh Green, Mr. Jim Hertwig.
Thank you. Jim, who's sitting at my table, I've had the privilege of being around and knowing his history of sponsorship to this event has touched me in a lot of different ways because of his commitment. And I'm glad that you put me with him because I wanted to feel that commitment from the pulse of this place. I have a couple of things that I want to say and do. One, thank God. Two, my wife is here with me. Her name is Guy. She's sitting at the table. She's my strength. She's a cancer survivor. And I want to give credit to all the individuals that have wives or children or relatives that go through that cancer because it is tough and hard on the family itself, let alone the person. And past that variation 3, I am tired of this Heisman house. All right? We need this company, this corporation to go to Ford, Chevy, anywhere, do our Nagurski Lodge. Have us fishing for running backs, receivers, and quarterbacks, or hunting for running backs, receivers, or quarterbacks. It is time that we, in this era and time, develop a defensive philosophy that, because they won't put us in that position to win the Heisman, and we're that good. We need something to balance out that, okay? So I'm giving the responsibility of the Nagurski Foundation to come up and get sponsorship to do a defensive award that is parallel to that Heisman house. I'm tired of it. But again, in the retrospect, first class, we've been here since Sunday. I've been at the Maxwell, I've been to Walter Camp, I've been to Lombardi, and they don't have anything on you, all right? It's a compliment to you to pat yourself or yourselves in Carolina on your back to say that you are there. You've arrived. You've arrived. Give yourself credit. You're not giving yourself enough credit, all right? And in the years to come, give yourself enough credit. Look at this audience, all right? It's the support of your city, which reflects on every one of you. It is very important and very smooth. And I congratulate you, not me. I congratulate you for what you all have started from the beginning as a baby, and now it's a grown man. Thank you.
The great Hugh Green, thank you, sir. And he's right, it's grown so big. You see the logos everywhere, it's that time. Would you like to meet some of the folks that are participating for the Final Four for the Bronko Nagurski Award? I think it's time. Bronko Nagurski was a true legend who seemed larger than life to everyone who witnessed his performances on the football field. He played on both sides of the ball, giving everything he had on the field, whether that meant running into a wall or knocking defenders together. After playing at the University of Minnesota from 1927 to 1929, Nagurski went on to play for the Chicago Bears for 9 seasons. In 1969, Bronko Nagurski was elected to the Football Writers Association of America's all-time team. His reputation is honored and remembered each year by the Football Writers Association of America and by the Charlotte Touchdown Club with this presentation of the Bronko Nagurski Trophy to college football's Defensive Player of the Year. Now, throughout the evening, we've seen videos. We've gotten to learn a little bit about each player. But now let's bring our 4 finalists up to the stage. First up, last year's winner of this award from the University of Alabama, Will Anderson, Jr. He knows his way around. He did this last year, so he knows exactly where to go. Our second candidate for the Bronko Nagurski Award is from the University of Pittsburgh, Kalijah Cansey. Kalijah Cansey from Pittsburgh. Next up, #1 team in the nation, defending national champions from the University of Georgia, Chris Smith. And finally, the one who again came the furthest distance today. We appreciate him so much. From the University of Southern Cal, defensive lineman Tuli Pelotu. Let's hear it for all four of our nominees. I want to say contestants, like it's a game show. This is the real thing. We're going to talk to each one for just a moment and then present the award. Will, I'll start with you. You won this award last year. What's the past year been like? What did it mean to win this award to you?
Oh, is it on?
Yes.
Yeah. It meant everything to me. Just know that my hard work is paying off, and people recognize how hard I work. But I wouldn't be here without my family first off, and Coach Saban for believing in me, and Coach Sal, and all my teammates for believing in me, having my back and trusting in me, and giving me the confidence to play to my ability. But this award means everything to me, and I was happy to win it last year. And all these guys up here are tremendous athletes. They do a great job at their schools, and I'm proud of them and proud of all of us up here.
Awesome. Will, as I mentioned, it's your second year in a row here. You're back in Charlotte once again. You're going to be one of the top picks, if not the top pick in the NFL draft. Do you like Charlotte? Like,
it's been fun.
Anybody? Brian Burns could use a friend, right? You like it here?
Yes, sir.
One more thing for you. I want to ask a little bit because I heard Coach Doeren talk about Derek Thomas. I was going to ask each of you this before he said that about himself. Who were the influences of your life as a Pop Warner, high school, coming into college? Who were the people that inspired you to be the person and the football player that you are?
Well, growing up, really, I didn't take football as serious until I got to 10th grade. But if it had to be anybody, I'd probably say my dad. He does a tremendous job of raising me. The only boy in the house. He was at work most of the time, but the times I did get around him, going fishing, learning all my life lessons for him. He doesn't get enough credit. I know y'all always see my sisters and my mom, but my dad, he stays in the background, but he's been really the rock of my life and helping me through this way, and he's been a big help, and I love him so much.
Thank you, Will. Kalijah from Pitt, ACC Defensive Player of the Year. He will be headed to the NFL draft as well. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What's going on there? I'm fine. Okay. Well, good to hear that. You came up with the one arm there. What are some of your memories? You won an ACC championship here in Charlotte a year ago. What are the memories like for you as far as thinking about that in your ACC career?
It was great. The whole Pittsburgh community came out and supported us. They had Charlotte looking like a home game for us. We had fun, and Charlotte is a nice city.
And same thing I asked Will. You're growing up, were you always football? Was it some other sports? Who were the influences in your young life?
I've been playing football since I was 4 years old. My uncle put me on the field at 4. I was the biggest one on the team. And I just wanted to sit in the house and eat all day, so he put me on the football field, and from that point on, I loved football.
For all you youngsters who like to sit around the house and eat, this is what can happen. Video games build coordination, I always say that. Chris Smith from Georgia, college football playoffs. They'll be playing Ohio State in the Peach Bowl. Home game for you guys in Atlanta, right? Coming up here with the college football playoffs. You guys, with what you did last year, winning the championship, what was the pressure like this year to get back to where you've been to this point this year?
No pressure. That's just our standard. We always want to make it. It's always our goal to make it to the national championship. I'm pretty sure that's every team goal each year. And being able to win the ACC this year was very special to us because we didn't have the opportunity to do that last year. So we're just trying to keep it going.
You made multiple big plays in this SEC championship game against LSU. There was a blocked field goal that led to the first points of the game, right? Blocked field goal, ball is sitting at the 4. I won't ask Chris to do it, but he's like this. grabs the ball, runs 96 yards while half the players are running off the field. Was that kind of a surreal moment, deciding what to do in that moment?
Yeah, it was definitely a surreal moment, but it's a moment that we go over as a team about every 3 weeks. Coach Smart always shows like block field goals and how it could go wrong and what to do in certain situations. So I knew that if the ball crossed the line of scrimmage, I was able to pick it up. But the rule is don't pick it up if you can't score. But we know what happened with that, and just a few guys on the sideline were like, no. But it was just too good to be true. I bent down, I looked at the referee, and he looking like, go ahead. And so basically, I just picked it up and just went all the way with it. It was a special moment for sure.
Stay calm, stay alert. It works for us. As I asked the other guys, anyone you want to recognize that kind of helped you to get to this point in your life and your career?
First and foremost, my family. Starting off with my mom and dad. They're just so special to me in my life. They one of the main reasons why I work so hard and go as hard as I do. Definitely all of my coaches, being a football player, you away from your parents a lot and you're in the coaches' hands a lot, and I feel like the coaches did a great job of mentoring me and handling me. Coach Fran over there, been in my life for about a year, and he's just been a great influence to me, as well as Coach Muschamp. Both of those guys are pivotal figures in my life, and I just want to thank God as well, and my teammates as well. All those things have a factor into all the success, and they're the reason why I'm up here right now.
Chris. And Tuli, thank you so much for coming across the country as part of this award ceremony tonight. We appreciate you so much for doing this. What's it like playing for Coach Lincoln Riley?
I mean, everybody knows his track record at Oklahoma. He brings championships to the program at Oklahoma, and we're trying to build something at USC, try to bring it back to, back to greatness.
You seem like, in just hearing you up here, a little bit of a soft-spoken guy. I've been reading about you, and they call him on the team a leader, but that's not really something you actually seek or want to be. You do it with your performance, but do you consider yourself to be a leader of the Trojans football program?
Not really. I feel like I'm like the same exact as everybody else. Like, I don't think I'm above nobody as a leader, so I just treat everybody the same, and they treat me the same, just like a teammate.
Awesome. All right. And lastly, as we've done the other three, your opportunity. Who's influenced you? Who do you want to recognize and thank that helped you get to this stage and to where you are in life to this point?
First off, I have to thank my mom. She's sitting right there.
All right, Mom.
Yeah, she gets emotional, but she's done so much for me and sacrificed so much. It's time for me to give back. And secondly, I'll say my brother. We weren't growing up football like family. We started playing in high school, so he started playing, then I started playing. He went to USC, I went to USC. He's in the league, and hopefully I get there soon. So yeah.
Oh yeah, who's gonna get there? No doubt. Great family. Let's hear it for all four of our finalists here before we get to the award. And to do just that, I'd like to invite our presenting sponsors, Jim Holmes, the president of Sentinel Risk Advisors, and the CEO of Springs Creative, Mr. Derek Close, on stage to help present this award. And also I'd like to invite David Ubben, the president of the Football Writers Association of America, on stage as we get set to announce the winner.
Thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a great night and an opportunity to recognize the best that football and defense in particular has to offer. Thanks again, the wait staff. It's a big room in here, so thanks to them for keeping us fed. Let's give them a round of applause. My name is, as Jim mentioned, I'm the David Ubben. I'm the president of the Football Writers Association of America. We've partnered with the Nagurski Trophy to help present this great event. Last year I came here for the first time, and I did not realize it was this big of an event. So I was prepared this year, but thank you guys for coming out. I want to thank everyone involved in that and in our Football Writers Association and the Nagurski Trophy, as well as the voters who decide which one of these great candidates eventually gets their name etched in history. Will Anderson, by the way, if he wins tonight, will be the first two-time winner since Pat Fitzgerald. who did it at Northwestern in 1995 and 1996. If you don't know, Fitzgerald now the head coach at Northwestern. So, hey, maybe Will can keep that Nagurski Trophy trend going and coach Alabama later on in his career when he's done playing. But Will told me today he wants to go into sports broadcasting when football's done. So we'll probably hear him talking about them on football, or talking about them on TV when he's done. So props to him. Also want to thank the city of Charlotte, the Charlotte Touchdown Club, for helping put on this event and allowing all of us to gather and celebrate a sport that, for so many of us, I think, in this room, means a lot. Whether you're in the press box like I usually am, or on the field like these guys, in the stands, or in front of the TV, there's nothing like those fall Saturdays that you get. And I really relish those, and the opportunity to recognize the best standouts from those Saturdays. And we have 4 of those standouts here tonight. Thanks to all those guys for driving in and attending from all over the place. Some of these guys had some 5 a.m. wake-up calls this morning to get in, and I'm not a morning person, but that's an early wake-up call, even if there may have been some naps in the car, I'm told. And of course, thanks to Thule flying in from Los Angeles after playing in the Pac-12 championship on Friday night. Chris, of course, as Jim mentioned, part of the SEC champion Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday night, provided the best highlight of the night. Football IQ play of the season, I think, Chris. One of the easiest 95-yard touchdowns you'll ever see in college football history. I think I was in the building that night to write about that game, and I'm not going to forget that. So when the season's over, like it is now, the regular season anyway, it's always nice to take some time and really appreciate the season that we all just witnessed. And that's what nights like these are really all about, is to sit back and appreciate the season in 2022. So thank you guys, Kalijah and Thule and Will and Chris, for all you guys did on the field to help make this an unforgettable season. It was a pleasure watching you guys, writing about you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. And so with that, let's get down to business. Every one of these guys, deserving finalists, but only one can win. So it's my honor to present this award. And the 2022 Bronko Nagurski Trophy goes to Will Anderson of Alabama.
Good evening. Roll Tide. I first want to just start off by saying to Charlotte Touchdown Club, thank you guys so much. Thank you for taking care of me and my family these last 2 years. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for looking at my talents and, just respecting it and everything like that. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And then to everybody out there, thank you guys for coming out tonight to show love to all of the athletes up here. I got to meet a lot of great athletes tonight. Like I said, they do a really great job at their school. I'm glad to be standing on stage with them. They're going to be great in life and their future. I wish all of y'all good luck. To my loving family, thank y'all these last 3 years. Has been truly amazing. Thank y'all for all the love and support, having my back, all the cries, all the laughs, all the hugs every game, all the pictures, everything. I appreciate y'all so much. Mom, Dad, Taria, Coach Sal, thank you so much for taking me under your wing when I was a freshman and helping me be the man I am right now. And to my teammates, Coach Saban, and all the coaching staff back at Alabama, thank you guys so much for helping me become a better man, a better teammate, a better brother, a better player. I couldn't be on this stage without you guys. I love you guys so much. There's no other team I'd rather go to war with every Saturday than those guys back at home. Those guys do a tremendous job day in and day out. I'm super proud of them. I can't say enough good things to say about those guys, but I love them. And thank you to everybody that supported me and my family, and we greatly appreciate y'all. Roll Tide.
He's tall. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you for being here again this year. Thank you to my people at Radio 1 Charlotte, our media sponsors. Special thank you to the Bronko Nagurski Award presenting sponsors, Sentinel Risk Advisors, and Springs Creative. A huge thank you to the National Defender of the Award sponsor, Capital Group of Companies, our Legends Award sponsor, the Hertwig Family Foundation. On behalf of the Charlotte Touchdown Club, thank you, and we'll see you again next year.